a life that is worthy of emulation. Live a life that can attract somebody. Do you desire to be fruitful? The qualification for fruitfulness is that you must abide in him. Settle. When men shall say there's a casting down, you will announce that there is a lifting up. Topic today said, God is with me. God is with me. I want you to tell your neighbor, God is with me. Say it like you mean it. Say, God is with me. Say it like you know he is with you. Say, God is with me. If you are not sure of your own, at least you are sure of my own. You can say, God is with me. With everything that I have seen that had gone on, that is going on, I have every reason to announce to my generation that God is with me. And if God be for me, who can be against me? God is with me. I've discovered that God is with me, so I don't bother myself about people. Come on, somebody say, God is with me. Look into your neighbor's eyes as though you're angry with them and announce to them that God is with me. Say, God is with me. I have looked into my life and I have every reason to announce that God is with me. I am not sure of a man being with me, but I'm sure of God being with me. Ladies and gentlemen, when I say God is with me, I am talking from the point of experience. You will understand me. There are people who are with you, but they are not with you. There are people hanging around you, but they are not with you. Experience have taught me that God is with me. And I want to say to this generation and to everyone that hear my voice right now, that what you need actually is for God to be with you. Just God to be with you. I know, and I'm going to take my reading from where you will not forget in a hurry, because I don't have time today to go into biblical exegesis. So I want to read from a place you will not forget in a hurry. Turn with me to the book of Psalm 23. I'm sure this one, you know it more than I do, so you won't forget it in a hurry. Psalm 23 and verse number 4. Let somebody be in a hurry to read for me. Verse 4. I will amplify.
Yeah. Though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death.
Though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. Though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. Though I walk, the valley amplifies downness, belowness. Though you met me when I was hungry, though you met me down and trampled upon, though you met me as a nobody, though you met me at the lowest level of my life, though I walk, you see me downcasted, looking rejected, I'm not being like what I should be. Though I walk through the valley, and not just the valley, but the valley of the shadow of death. And what is the valley of the shadow of death? You met me where when you turn around and you look around, the only thing you can see and sense around me are things that doesn't create hope for better. It looks like I was gonna die the next minute. It looks like I was gonna give up the next second. It looks like the future does not hold anything for me. Though that was where you saw me, though that was where you saw me walking, though that was how bad things were, though that was how terrible my condition and situation was, though I walked through the valley of the shadow of death, though when I wake up in the morning, all I see and experience is trouble. But somebody told me he was with me. But when I turn around, I discovered that he was not really with me. There are people who claim to be with you, but they are not with you for you. They are with you for what they can get. Some are with you for when they can take advantage of you. Some are with you so they can run your life. Any day you say stop running my life, they will leave you. Some of them are with you physically, but emotionally they are not with you. Some of them are with you physically, but spiritually they are not with you. Some of them are with you in person, but their hearts are far away from you. I know a man whose name is Judas Iscariot. He was with the Master Jesus. Ladies and gentlemen, with the characters that I found in my Master Jesus, with my Master's way of life, I want to give you an assurance. Anybody who will live with a man like Jesus and still have the heart to betray him, there is nothing you can do to please that man. I have a record in my life which I tell everyone around me. I am preaching it from the altar. When I have more than 27 persons living in my house who are in this service now hearing me, I have a covenant with God that everyone that live under my roof, every human being that live with me, I will leave something in your life that forever, as long as you live, you will know that it is good to be good to people, so that you can extend that good to another. I do it not because I want to please anybody. I do it because that is my way of life. I do it because that is my way of life. In my house, I do not say this one is this and this one is not this. Everybody is equal. Whether you be a driver, you be a cleaner, you be a messenger, you be a chef, whoever you are, so long as you walk with me, all of us are equal. Whether you be a cleaner sweeping the house, whoever you are, every human being is what? That is what I found in my Master Jesus. But still, a man who was with him, called Judas Iscariot, saw a good man like Jesus, but still had the heart to market him. Then listen to me. When I see people betray me today, it doesn't make meaning to me. I said, if my master can be betrayed, then who am I? But there's one thing I said to you, it will not stop me from being who I am. It won't make me change. It will not make me do otherwise. I will still be myself. But there's something I want to point out to you. I just want to define to you that God is with you. Brother, sister, don't you ever rely or depend on any man. Don't you ever believe that anybody is with you for life. Anybody at any point in time can walk away from you. But I know one man. I know the man of Galilee. If he say I am with you today, then he's with you forever. Whether you go up or come down. Now, do you know that there are people who tell you we are with you, but when they hear stories about you, they will leave you? It's not what they see. They just heard. They will leave you. They are not truly with you. There are people who are with you because they are expecting something. After some time, if what they are expecting is not coming, they will leave you. Come on now. Come on. I'm talking to you from experience. If what they are expecting is not coming through, they will leave you. There are many people in your life now that you don't need to rely on. I want to blow your mind. In as much as I want it to be well with you, there are brothers who are relating closely to you now as brothers because of what they can get. Some of them because of what they are expecting. Some of them because they are running your life. Some of them because they are taking advantage of you. Anytime they fail to get what they want to get, you will discover that they've not been with you from the beginning. This is the reason many marriages scratch, many homes scratch. There are wives at home, husbands at home that are not together. They live together, but they are not together. Am I talking to somebody? They live together, but they are not together. And listen to me. Somebody may ask, at what point? From the beginning, they have not been together. How do I mean? Some of the women marry a man because they needed a husband. Not because they needed that particular man. So that was the man that came at that time. And because they were desperados, because of desperation, they just grabbed it as an opportunity. So that man is not a husband. That man is to be used as a cover up for a husband. That man is not a husband. And that is why you can never find peace in that home, because the woman has nothing for the man and the man has nothing for the woman. Some marriages are arranged marriage. When they will bring this one, join them together. Come on now. God said he is the one to join, but most times human beings join. And the ones human beings join, God does not put his hands. Come on now. Because God is the author and finisher. Whatever you author, God will not finish for you. He will allow you to finish yourself. Too many homes are in trouble today because that is where you get somebody stand on the altar and say to the man, I will be with you, but her heart is with somebody else. Am I talking to you? That's where you see somebody stand on the altar and say to the woman, I will be with you, but his heart is with somebody else. He is marrying her because the person he actually wanted to marry disappointed him. So he wanted to prove to the person that I'm also a man, that I can marry. So this woman just came along his way and he's just marrying her. But he's marrying her with expectation to see somebody else in her. I wish I had time to explain. He's marrying her with expectation to see somebody else in her because one other lady disappointed him who he really wanted to marry. There were qualities he saw in that lady. Now he's marrying a different person altogether with expectation to see what was in the other lady in this one. And that is why when this one do something different from what he's expecting to see, you see him get angry and you see him shouting and yelling, and every time the home is hot because the person he's marrying is different from who he wants to see. Come on now. Shall I say this to you? Inside every man there is a craving for who you want to be with. I wish I had time. And that was why our brother Jacob served for 7 years, waited to be given Rachel, and they gave him Leah. When Leah was given to him, he accepted Leah, went into the house, but came back and asked the father, but what am I going to do so that I can have Rachel? You've given me Leah, but that's okay. But Rachel, I still need her. And the father said, you need to serve another 7 years. He said, no problem. Now listen, remember that the first 7 years he served was not to have Leah. So altogether, he was willing to serve for 14 years to have Rachel. Because the first 7 years was dedicated to Rachel. If he was told he will serve 1 year for Leah, he will not accept to serve. How do you know? And how do I know? I'll prove to you, but I don't have time. So you better let me run. I'm not going to talk like me today. Now, he served for 14 years. And Rachel was given to him and his heart was glad. Rachel was a thief, but he accepted her as a thief. Rachel was a thief. And Rachel was a liar. He accepted her as a thief, accepted her as a liar, and that is where I see the character of God. My friend, don't tell God God about him. God know him. Everything you see in him that is scaring you today, God saw all of them and still said, I love him. You don't enter into this church and try to examine me and become my class monitor. You are not sent here by God to monitor me. If you decide to be a monitor, then you are a junior brother to monitoring spirits. Or junior sister to monitoring spirits. But can I say this to you? There is nothing about me you will tell God that he doesn't know. It's an insult for you to come and tell God about me, because God is the God of all knowing. With him there are nothing. There's nothing you can hide. Now hear this. Rachel was a thief, but the Bible never had a record of Leah stealing for one day. Leah was not a thief. Leah was a quiet person. How do I know? How do I know that Leah was quiet? Can I prove it to you? Leah was in the house when her husband said, I'm going to serve another 7 years to add to the 7 years I have served, so that I will get Rachel, your younger sister. Leah didn't revolt. Give it to another woman today, you will eat poison. 2 years will not end, you'll be a dead man. Come on now. She will poison your food. She won't let you live to marry that second one. Leah was on the quiet side. Can I prove it to you? Leah was aware. When they covered her and wanted to parcel her to a man who didn't want her, Leah was still willing to go. She's on the quiet side. Another woman would have saved her pride and her ego and said, I'm not going. After all, he didn't serve for me. Let him come for me. Leah had children. One day, the husband never celebrated her. After how many children that Leah had for him, both male and female, but he never celebrated her. But Rachel walked into the home and gave birth to first child, whose name was called who? Joseph. And when Joseph came on board, he became the topic of the entire house. The father loved him so much so that the father made the coat of many colors for him, signifying the father's love for him, because of the love that the father had for the mother Rachel. Rachel was the first woman to die in the Bible given birth. She was the first woman to die in the Bible given birth. After the death of Rachel, the love for Rachel never ceased in the husband. Why? When somebody say, I'm with you, I know a God who, when he say, I'm with you, I'm with you. When a man say, I'm with you, it will get to a point in your life that man will leave you. I know where I'm coming from. I know how my life began. I have seen people say to me, I'm with you, but at the end of the day, they are against you. They fight you behind you. They slander you behind you. But I know a man of Galilee. When he say, I'm with you, I'm with you. He will stand with you by day. He will stand with you by night. But can I say this to you? The arm of flesh fails, but there is a God that does not fail. As you celebrate my birthday today, as you celebrate me today, you must know this, that this God is with me, and if he is with me, he will be with you. He will be with you. He will be with you. Or you look at a village man, as a village man as I am. Look at me today. When I turn around me, you know I don't like to share testimonies, but I'm a bundle of testimonies. And I'm sure you know that. Do you know it? I'm a bundle of testimony, but I don't like to share testimony because I don't want to do anything that will give man glory. Wow! God is
Bible-believing Mission Incorporated, the dwelling place of the God of Talknado.
Come, Oga, come. There's something they planted. Where are you from, sir? Oga? God said I should speak a word on your head and on the head of your family. That there is something they have planted in your family to scatter. And that from next 2 months, people will start dying in that family if nothing is done. They are not about to do, they have done already.
It's not possible while you are alive.
Do you know me, sir?
Of course. I'm a member of the church. It can happen.
Do you come here?
Over 10 months.
10 months. Eh? You know him? Okay. The way he's talking with an assurance.
They are provoking the God of Talknado.
Hey! He's touching me now. Oh, yeah, hold on. Sir, that's a burial you want to do.
Of course.
Easter Monday.
Easter Monday.
That burial is provoking a lot of dust. Because of that burial, they said they must scatter the family. That thing where they do me, don't start. I feel a push in me now. Because of that burial that is supposed to hold on Easter Monday, they've made up their mind to kill, to scatter. Your family members are afraid to come home because of the wicked plan of the wicked. But you said it cannot happen, not when I'm alive. And I'm at my best when it comes to battle. I'm a trained horse. I'm not afraid of battle. Oh, you hear me now, sir? If there is an evil man to do, there is a prophet to scatter.
Of course.
Is there any village in Nungwa called Umuawa? In Isialangwa. Umuawa. Any village like that? There's a woman I called here on Thursday that was not here. Selina Obunna. Okay, no, allow her. Are you Selina Obunna? Eh? Did somebody tell you that your name was mentioned here on Thursday?
Yes, sir, that's why I'm here.
Is there any woman you know whose name is Celine Obonna? Anybody know a woman like that? Chai. Celine Obonna. Chai. Or beside Umode. Do you know the person? Chai. Obinumode. Emo lawyer. Na beba.
Yes, sir.
Or very close to church in the Assemblies of God.
Yes, sir.
No more day.
Yes, sir.
Today is what date? 22nd. The enemy is planning for her to cry on the 28th. And funny enough, she was born on the 28th. Just that the difference is that she was born on the 28th of August. Now, the enemy wants something to happen to her on the 28th of this month of March. I learned you were at Owerri.
Yes, sir.
Looking after your daughter that delivered. That's what they told us on Thursday, right? Chai, and we were in church worshiping and God was calling your name. As God was just telling me about this man and what the wicked had done in his family to kill, that name, Omo Awa in Isialangwa, came to me, and God said that the Selena he told me about on Thursday is from Omo Awa Isialangwa. Is that where you come from, man? And the Lord said to me that the same spirit of death, and now hear me, I think that same day I was asking if you live at Umode, and I was asking if you live close beside Assemblies of God church. at Umode. And I was told by the person that came out that that's where you live. Imo lawyer na beba.
Yes, sir.
Or not very close to church in the Assemblies of God.
Yes, sir.
No more day.
Yes, sir.
But right now, I want to go with my prophetic arrow into Umuawa village. And I want to speak as a prophet of high function. I want to function in the place of my calling as I make a decree from here that the spirit of death will cease its voice. It will not kill, it will not touch you. For my Bible said that surely they shall gather. But because their gathering is not of me, they must surely scatter. Their gathering is not of the Lord, they are mandated to scatter. After now they shall scatter. Somebody holler, they shall scatter. Somebody holler, they shall scatter. I speak as an authority in the kingdom. It will not happen.
Amen.
Thank God for you. But do you know what the Bible said? The Bible said in the day of his power, his people shall be willing. When I called her name on Thursday and somebody said they knew her, I didn't tell the person to ask her to come. How many of you remember? I didn't demand for her to come. But she had and she came. And look at the connection now. Oga, if I were to be a small prophet now, I would tell you to cancel the burial. But I am not a learning prophet, I'm a prophesying prophet.
Of course.
I don't belong to the group that run away from the wicked because they have gathered. You fix the date for Easter Monday. Do the burial on Easter Monday.
Thank you.
Elijah said to the 450 prophets of Baal, he said, call upon your God and I will call upon my God. He said, he that be God, let him answer by fire. Spirit of death. The same people that organized it and sent it to your compound, they will carry it with their own head.
Amen.
For my Bible says, whatsoever a man sow, he shall reap it.
Amen.
They have sown it, they shall reap it.
Amen.
I said I want to journey to Umuawa village
Daddy, go on.
in Isi Alangwa.
Yes, sir.
I want to get there with my prophetic goggle, sitting in the place of my office as the carrier of the prophetic mandate of the God of Talknado. I want to get there now and say that the plans of the wicked will not work.
Amen.
You are not going to die.
Amen.
There is fear in your family now. They are saying, don't go home again. It's not true. Go home. Oh, you have accepted you will not go.
My children said that I should not
Your
go.
children said that you shouldn't go home again.
Yes, sir.
Who are you going to leave the house for? You will go home.
Amen.
Tell them that Talknado say you will go home.
Amen.
I don't belong to that group that we say run away for the devil. God punish the devil.
Amen.
The devil is a liar. You will not run away from your village.
Amen.
You will not run away from your home. It is not possible. Not when I'm still alive. You will go home. You will go to the village. That house, you will leave it for them.
Yes, sir.
Because if they drive you away, that is how they will be driving away children of God. And very soon, all of us won't go home again. What nonsense is that? Somebody has to face it and tell the devil you can do me nothing. I'm anointed by the Holy Ghost. You can do me nothing. You will go home, okay?
Yes, sir.
You will go home. You won't leave that house for them.
Yes, sir.
What they did before and they made you cry will not happen again.
Amen.
For my Bible said affliction will never come a second time.
Amen.
It will not come a second time.
Amen.
Do I have a believer here with say praise in your mouth?
Amen.
This case is hereby settled.
Amen.
Settled.
Amen.
Settled.
Bible believing mission incorporated, the dwelling place of the God of Talknado.
Before you go back to where you live with your husband, before you leave Nigeria to go back there, bring me something to eat. Let me remove the 6 inches nail they used to lock your womb.
Amen.
They don't want you to have a child, but I'm a prophet of high function. These years they have kept your womb blocked. That is why no sign, let alone conceiving. I'm a senior prophet. Where's your wife? Your wife is in this church. Go and bring her quickly. I want to close. Una they touch me. I said, before you return, before you leave Nigeria, look for something. Bring for me. Let me remove the 6 inches nail, so that as you're returning back to join your husband, you will conceive.
Amen.
Humanly talking, it doesn't look like it is possible. But I'm a senior officer. I step into cases that, humanly talking, they look impossible. That is why I carry the prophetic mandate of the God of Talknado. Don't leave Nigeria without coming to see me. Do you know what I ask of you? Let me remove this and forget about the going for surgery. You have done that before. It doesn't work. Forget about all of those stories they will tell you. It will not work. Come, let me remove the 6 inches nail. I saw in the realm of the spirit where they put it and how they put it. That is why I'm a senior officer. Come, let me remove it so you can, as you return back to join your husband,
Amen.
you will conceive. And it will be so. God bless you. The rest is in your hands. We don't make people cry. We make them laugh. So try and wipe away your tears. You are the man you are talking with. I'm the one carrying the prophetic mandate of the God of Talknado. Everything they told you about Talknado that you heard with your ears, your eyes will see them all.
Amen.
Bible believing mission incorporated, the dwelling place of the God of Talknado.
You have been burying your children.
Yes, sir.
That was why when you came to drop your seed, I said, where is your wife? Because there is a wicked box hanging in Akwa Ibom. Are you from Akwa Ibom?
Yes, sir.
I asked you, where is your wife? You buried 1, 2, 3, 4. Your own children. Right now, your sister is dead.
Yes, sir.
And the burial you people are arranging. And the one killing is busted. Somebody Talknado. That thing where they do me don't start, but I want close service. I hear a voice. That spirit they projected, that has been doing some kind of funny things around you. You keep things, they will come and carry it. Spiritually, they will carry it, the thing will disappear. Leave money in your purse, it will disappear. Keep money in the house, it will disappear. Keep anything, it will just disappear. You will look for it, you can't find it again. Oh yeah, open your hand. Open your hand. Call me Talknado. Matata yalada. Zatunte. You keep even phone charger, you won't see it again.
Yes, that is true.
Whatever you keep, you will not know what will happen to it. You'll be wondering.
It's true.
Most times they will keep you stranded on the road.
It's true, Daddy.
But standing before you is the man carrying the prophetic mandate of the God of
Yes, so
Talknado.
I do.
I carry double letter kwele. You can say anything about me, but one thing you will not say is that there is no power. You will say there is power, but the only thing you will say is that you don't know, you don't understand where the thing is coming from. And the Bible said that the path of the righteous is like a wind that blows. Nobody knows where it's coming from and nobody knows where it's going. It is when you know where it's coming from that is an error. But ladies and gentlemen, can I do what he sent me to do? Can I do what he sent me to do? Oh yeah, today, go home, withdraw money, keep it anyhow.
Okay, Daddy.
Keep it anywhere. I dwell in the realm of the spirit. I operate in the realm of the spirit. Patutele de yala gazanta and tutele nebe jando dodos. Oh, you go and try. After 1 week, call me.
Izara mekbere chine kodi bogedi kodi.
Do you want me to fight now?
Yes, sir.
What has been? Come. I don't know your face very well, but I know this face. Are you a member of this church? I think I know this face. It's been a long time I've been seeing this face here.
She's from Oriak.
Sings from Oriak. You followed us to this place. Yes, I think this face looks very familiar. How come God has not told me you've been burying your children? I remember there was a time we dashed you a bag of rice here.
Yes, sir.
There was a time we gave you a bag of rice here, right?
Yes, sir.
Now I can remember. But he didn't tell me about you. Look at how God operates. The one I know, he didn't tell me about her. I was asking him when he came out, where is the wife? And then he went to bring you, and the Lord was telling me how you have been burying your children out of the hand of wickedness. And now, look at your sister-in-law dying recently, making it the third adult to die untimely out of the wickedness of the wicked still in the compound. And after her burial now, they are still boasting to kill another. You people don't have the power to face it. And the worst of it all is that your father is richer than you.
Yes, sir.
I'm sorry.
Yes, sir.
Your father in the village is richer than you.
Yes, sir.
You don't have money. Your father will be the one to bring out money. That is an error. Somebody holler, help me, Lord. I can't hear you. If you holler, I will prophesy. Somebody holler, help me, Lord. I step into Akwa Ibom where you come from now. I stop the spirit of death. But my Bible says, he that diggeth a pit shall fall into it. The one who has been killing others, let that one die. Oh, you're going to sit down. Come, how old is this your baby?
He's 1 year, sir.
1 year.
Yes, sir.
Since you delivered this child, you have been bleeding.
You are right, sir.
Since after the delivery of the baby, you've been bleeding. And that bleeding is targeting something. What is it targeting? Because your husband's elder sister that got married, divorced her husband and came home to stay with you people, living in the same house with you,
Yes, sir.
said to you that this child you are pregnant of is a mistake. That after delivering this one, come and born another.
You are right, sir.
And she said to you that you are supposed to die in the pregnancy.
You are right,
When
sir.
you people had misunderstanding, but she said because the brother will go and spend money for burial, so no need to kill you. After giving birth to this one, come and born another. The very day you delivered this baby, you almost lost your life.
You are right, sir.
Because you were bleeding so badly.
Yes, sir.
For the past 1 year now, blood is dropping out of you.
Yes, sir.
Blood has been dropping from the time you gave birth to this child up until now. Your husband now is no more a faithful husband. Your husband is no more a faithful husband that he used to be, because he's now looking for another way. The sister is asking him, look for another woman, impregnate her and bring her home. But on my birthday, as I'm celebrating my birthday, you walked into the service like every other day, and you were looking at the one carrying the prophetic mandate of the God of Talknado. And listen to me now. Just raise your head. Raise your head. I will show you a sample, and that's the reason they talk about me. I will not tell you tomorrow. Instanta, the blood we seek here now, while your sister-in-law will start bleeding now. Somebody holla Talknado. I can hear you holla Talknado.
I will love you every day. God of Elijah, I will love you every day, no matter the situation.
Bible Believing Mission Incorporated, the dwelling place of the God of Talknado.
As you leave me now, carry your baby. Go and check. No drop of blood, because immediately you are turning your back now, your sister-in-law will start bleeding.
Amen.
And her own will be as heavy as when your own first started.
Amen.
It will happen like that to her 7 months.
Amen.
Because of the bleeding, you were unable to breastfeed your child
Yes, sir.
as you should. And the child is looking it.
You are right, sir.
Because when you look at the child, you will see that something is wrong. The child is peeled.
Yes, sir.
But from now, your eyes will see change.
Amen.
This case is hereby settled.
Amen.
Settled.
Amen.
Settled. They will not get you.
Amen.
They will not get anyone from your mother's womb.
Amen.
Because of the building.
Amen.
Because of the building.
Yes, sir.
They say, so these people want to build in this village. We will finish them. But they didn't know that at a time like this, you will stand one-on-one with me.
Yes, sir. Amen.
Go and sit down. The building should go on. I am here. What is your rank in the army now?
I'm a sergeant, sir.
Sergeant.
Yes, sir.
There is a particular captain
Yes, sir.
where they have posted you to now.
Yes, sir.
That captain doesn't like you.
Yes, sir.
There's a particular captain who is planning to set you up
Yes, sir.
and do something not good in your new posting. And I'm searching for where that captain is. And I'm hearing Abuja.
Yes, sir.
Abuja.
Yes, sir.
And that captain is after you. But what the captain didn't know is that there is a prophet here. Yeah, that captain that said he wants to deal with you, how can he deal with you? Oh, yeah, look at me now. And you are our own. And he said he will deal with you. Captain, why now?
Jim Ghana no defense. You are my winter jacket. Your Pagie Bobo. They believe me not to.
Bible-believing mission incorporated, the dwelling place of the God of Talknado.